Hello, and welcome to this tour of the Golden Arrow community site. My name is Sean Sullivan. I am part of the Golden Arrow District Committee, and I am responsible for maintaining and running the community site. This tour will walk you through the various features and capabilities of the new platform that we are moving to as we start to retire the older Google Groups solution. To get started, let's go ahead and go to the site. As you can see here, I just have my browser open and I happen to be on my home page, which is Google. I'm going to go up to the top to the URL bar here, and I'm going to type in gadistrict.engine.com. Oops, typo. And that will take you to the district site. So this site has been put in place not as a replacement for the Golden Arrow site maintained by Circle 10, but as a supplement to it. This is effectively a place for you to come to be able to find information, to be able to more easily digest what is available, not only on the district site, but also resources that are available to you from the district committee, from your fellow scouters. It is also a place for you to be able to communicate, to be able to look for help, to be able to find people that you need to find, and to be able to work with your peers to deliver a better program for our youth. So let's go ahead and walk through the site, and let me just introduce you to kind of the major pieces. There will be additional tutorials that will focus on features within certain spots on the site that are more complicated or that require more explanation. So this will just be a high-level summary. So we're going to start here on the home page. When you come to the site, it starts on the home page, and you will see that there are several parts to this screen. Obviously, we have our banner here that tells you where you are and looks very spiffy, I might add. At the top right-hand corner, you have information about your user account. So this is information that talks about who you are, what your position, unit affiliation, certifications, etc. are. We'll talk about those when we get to tags. This is also the way that you get into your user account screen where you can do a number of additional functions. We'll take that at the end of the session. The next thing you see is here you have the toolbar where it has the ability to navigate to each of the major sections of the site. Okay, so we have the home page, which is this one. We have the forum page, which is where we have discussions, threads, places where you can go search and find information that you want, as well as attachments and documents and links to other things. We have events, which is a different view of the event section that you'll see here at the right. That looks more like a calendar. You can work with that. We have the member section, which allows you to find the people that you're looking for and communicate with them directly. We also have the Scout News, which is certain additional threads outside of the district headline where we are following things that are going on, say, at the council level or with camping or those sorts of things. And then we have the Contact Us page, which is your easiest method for contacting the administrators like myself who run the site and who handle most of the administration. So below the toolbar, we have the scouting links. So these are some common links to key scouting resources that most of us either know about, or even for new leaders, this is very helpful for them to be able to find their way to the big things that we use. If you have any suggestions for things that should be added to the scouting links, contact us and let us know, and we'll be happy to add things. Here we have the district headlines. It is set to automatically be updated from the district website. So this is not a replacement for the district website, it is just a view of it. You will notice that you can open and close individual articles for you to be able to see details, but it is also possible to click directly on the title and it will take you to the actual Golden Arrow District site where the materials are primarily maintained. Okay, so next we have the upcoming events. So this is a view of the calendar information. This contains information associated with the Circle 10 calendar and the Golden Arrow District calendar, as well as additional events and training that are maintained by the district committee staff. So in here, you'll notice that this view of it is showing you by day what is going on. There is some color coding in here. For example, the gold items are Golden Arrow activities. So this is an easy way you can scroll down through here to see what is available in terms of activities coming up in the future. We will go ahead and show you some additional features when we look at the events page. Down here we have the shout box. This is a place where if you want to just say something for everybody to see, you can just come down here to this section and type in your message and hit enter or hit shout, and it'll go ahead and it'll pop up at the top of the list. Very, very straightforward. This is kind of fun if you know that there are people on that you know, or that you just want to say something to everybody just for the fun of it. It's a very simple thing. Sometimes we use this as a reminder for administration purposes. Down here we have the recent discussions. So down here will be listed the top or the most recent 5 discussions that have occurred in the forum so that you have a feel for what people are talking about. This is just kind of a summary of the top items. You can click on them to be able to go directly to the message. We'll also look at that through the forums page. Okay, so this is the home page. Now we'll go ahead and we'll go to the forums page. The forums are the primary place where communications and discussions occur within the community site. So this is where you would go in order to find, let's say you had questions around, say, the travel policies. There is a place here in the site under BSA policies and procedures, right, where I could click on that forum. Inside the forum, I will have a number of individual discussions down here with their individual titles. And these are called threads. Okay, each thread contains one or more postings that show information. They'll have links in them sometimes. Sometimes they'll have files attached. But you can see who has made their posting, and you can follow a discussion that is being held. You can also, at the bottom, add your own replies simply by typing here and clicking Quick Reply. There are a number of features here for formatting, embedding pictures, videos, attachments, etc. that we'll go over in a separate tutorial. Up here you'll notice that it shows you where you are. You're in the forums under BSA Policy and Procedures. So if I come back to the forums, I can see what's out here. Now you'll notice that this has been broken up into several sections. This is the GA community section, which is kind of stuff that affects everyone. So the site announcements are for announcements from the administrators to everyone about things that are going on the site. Site suggestions is a place where you can leave ideas and comments for the staff to be able to think about ways to improve the site. General discussion is just kind of where you post something you don't know where it belongs, etc. And there are short descriptions underneath that tell you what this forum is intended for. Then we have the district. This is kind of your pipeline directly to the district committee themselves. Okay, so if you need help with advancement, you should be able to post in the advancement thread and have someone get back to you. Same thing for administration or camps and events or finance, etc. There is also a section for Cub Scouts. So this is for PAC committee stuff, or basically for the PAC leadership to talk to one another. Cub Scout Adventure, share cool things to go do, and then one for each of the programs. Boy Scouts has a section, again, kind of mirrors it, merit badges, etc. We also have a section for Varsity, Venturing, and Explorers. Any of these can be expanded. We can add more categories. You just need to ask. Okay. Another neat feature of the forums is that you can actually execute a search. So, for example, if I wanted to look up aquatics, I could hit enter, and it will tell me everything out here that has to do with aquatics. So, for example, at one of the roundtables recently, I presented a session on BSA Aquatics Made Easy. So if I click here, I can go to that thread, and here is the PowerPoint that I presented, available for you to download and use for your own purposes. Okay, so the site makes finding what you need very easy and very quick, and it is organized in such a way that you can tell where to go for what you need. Okay, so that's the forums in general. There will be a full tutorial on forums specifically because there are a number of key features in here that you can use to make the forums work for you better. Okay, so let's go to events. On the events page, we actually see a calendar-based view of the information associated with the Golden Arrow and Circle 10 calendars, and you can kind of flip through and see what's out here. Unfortunately, there is not a search embedded in this, but we are working on trying to figure out how to make that work. So then we go to members. So the members list is basically showing you all users that are on the site. Now, some interesting things about this. Users, we are attempting to make sure that every user has tags, and tags are essentially an identifier that tells people who you are, what your unit you're affiliated with, what position you're in, etc. It creates these little badges that go next to your name, and it also can add prefixes. For example, because I'm on the district committee, it says DC in front of my name. Okay, Mr. Gary Turner, he's the Scoutmaster for 380, and so he is out here as a Scoutmaster. You can come in here and you can actually look and find people by their tags and see who has them. So for example, our district executive is Tamara Drager. If you wanted to talk to Tamara, you could actually come out here and click the little envelope, and it would allow you to send her a message directly. Now you will notice that when I do this, her email address is not exposed, and neither would yours be exposed. So the user does not necessarily have to know your email address to be able to contact you if they need to, so you don't have to publish that information. Also, if I wanted to see information about Tamara, I could click on her profile and see whatever is out here for her. Here we have the district executive, commissioner, all the district staff is here. The finance chair, the unit commissioners are also present, the various camp directors, event directors, the various cub masters of all the units, pack committee chairs, den leaders, etc. Also, you will note that further down here, we also have them in here by unit. All right, Scout News. Under the Scout News, this is similar to the news on the front page, the district news. And here you can see that we have also tied into the feeds for camping, membership, and training that are being published from the Circle 10 website. Okay, so you can notice we have lifeguard training and swimming instructor training. These things are also showing up in the events calendar, which is also tied into the district site. All right, and finally, the Contact Us page. The Contact Us page is a simple way for you to contact us. Really, all we need is your name and a message that tells us what's going on. If we do not know your email or you want to give us your email, in addition to it, you can. This is a way for you to contact us. This actually shows up. I get a notification that I can go in and I can work with and answer your questions or take your suggestions and work with them. So those are the main pages of the website. So the one other place I want to show is I want to show the account page. So if we come up here to the top, you can see this is my account my account name. This is also my account picture, which I happen to like that one, but you can put whatever picture you like here, and you can go into your account. Okay, under your account you have basic information that's associated with you. There's a whole bunch of stuff in here. There will be a separate tutorial that talks about how to use all these things. But basically, when I come in here, I can work with my account. I can come in here and I can change my username, email, password. You can tie it to your social networking accounts if you want, that sort of thing. And then there's also the messages section. And this is where you actually send messages back and forth to one another. There will be a separate tutorial for this because there's lots of features in this tool. And especially if you want to send something that has attachments associated with it, there's kind of a special way you need to deal with that. So that's basically it. So hopefully that gives you a good feel for the basics of the Golden Arrow community site. There will be additional tutorials that cover certain areas in more depth, and hopefully that'll get you started. And welcome to our community.